Man, when was the last time that you used the word drab? Welcome back, everyone, to the channel. Hope you're not having a drab day. Hope you're having I was trying to think of another D word, but positive, delightful day. Today, we're going to listen to Drab Majesty, their track Cold Souls. This is off the album, The Demonstration, which was released in 2017. Had to scroll down to find it. We're listening to this track because it was recommended and supported by Andrea. So Andrea, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate that. Never heard of Drab Majesty, but their name makes me think that it's going to be something gothic-y. It's squeaky. It's like I just rolled over a mouse. But there is one way to find out. So let's go ahead and do so. We'll talk about it after Cold Souls. Here we go. Like a modern Cure kind of sound. Love how dreamy that is. I love this space. Just bob up and down, ebb and flow. In this ocean of synths and reverb. That's so wonderfully dark and moody, but light. Fulfilling. That's beautiful. Vocal sample, vocals there. So I'm tossing that onto my playlist. I really like that song, and I could see myself listening to this song repeatedly over and over. I have a bunch of different playlists, and this goes into the playlist where no matter what song comes on in that playlist, I'm okay listening to it in that moment. And this definitely fits that bill. This is a really cool sound. We're getting a lot of like that Cure sound and for perhaps the sound and the moodiness of it all, but it's very, very much drenched in an ocean, in a downpour of synth and reverb and echo. And it creates this really dreamy, almost switch guitar with the synths and the keys here, and it's very much a shoegazy almost kind of atmosphere that they're creating here, which I think works so well in what they're doing. And I like the vocals as well. I could not find who's doing what or who's singing what. I'm on their Bandcamp page, and I couldn't tell you, unfortunately, who, so I can't use names. But the lead singer, he sings in a lower, kind of mid-range, I would say, moody kind of voice that really nicely and ethereally just kind of floats throughout the music. He sings like in the direction of a Steel, for example, from like Typo Negative, just without that deeper, much more resonant voice, but kind of singing in that direction and in that lane where he's just kind of a body floating in this ocean of music. And I think it sounds really good for what's going on there. The guitar as well is just drenched in all these dreamy sounds, and it just really creates to me a very pleasant listening experience and like something that you can chill with. It's darkly beautiful. It's gorgeously gothic to an extent. I think that this is just a really cool, chill track to listen to with everything that they're doing. This sounds to me like there's another band called Twin Tribes. It kind of reminds me of them. Let me give you guys some Twin Tribes. Another kind of modern band that brings back these older 80s Cure, Depeche Mode kind of sound. Twin Tribes is really good. You guys might enjoy them. This is, well, you see it. It's Monolith. You skip a little ahead. Right? So anyways, it just made me think of that. Well, I didn't mean to... Actually, my arm pressed. I didn't mean to play it again. But I like that a lot. Like I said, that I tossed that onto the playlist because as it was going, as his vocals came in, I said, yeah, that's something I could absolutely repeatedly listen to and get down with, so to speak. Let's dive into their lyrics here real quick. I almost pressed the end record button. When you walked away at dawn, I heard your song, and now it's on my mind. Made a design on the right side of my heart. It may be wrong, but it wasn't black and white or white. So a choice was made. He says he heard this person's song, couldn't get it out of their mind, couldn't get it out of his mind, and he made a design on the right side of his heart, even though it may be wrong. I like the little play on words there, but it wasn't black or white. So he doesn't know if it's the right decision, but it's done nonetheless. Wondering when I look at your life if I caught you dead and numb, if you were only just a dreamer, if we were all night. Like at this moment that he met this person or encountered this person, if they were perhaps in a good state of mind, was there going to be any consistency to this relationship? Or did he catch this person at a bad time in their life, or maybe at a time where they're not maybe taking romance so seriously? That's how I'm viewing it. Dead and dumb, maybe romantically. Or if you were only just a dreamer, you weren't ready for a serious relationship. I don't know. That's how I'm kind of reading it. When you were dead, I took you by your head. What a wasted ode to hope, right? My heart is on the line, staring at the time, and I gazed amazed, while a quiet storm was born inside your eyes, all dressed in black and white, which is, of course, a contrast to, but it wasn't black and white with his heart there. Motorcycle. So I view that as he was kind of going all in with all his chips, pushing all his chips into the center of the table, hoping that he was betting on love, and that love perhaps was not reciprocated in the way that he was hoping or thought it would be. And of course, it just repeats from there. Thought you were only just a shadow, but you were all light. So maybe he was the wrong one, perhaps in the wrong place. Thought you were just a shadow, but you were all light. When you were dead, I took you by your head. When you were dead, I took you by your head. I wonder what that means. when you were dead, but what could that be replaced with? When you were not alive, not living in some capacity, I took you by your head. I took you by your mind, your thoughts, not your heart. I don't know. I feel like I'm tiptoeing the edge there on the cliff of meaning, but not quite over the edge just at that moment. That was a cool track, though. Andrea, thank you so much for that. That was, like I said, I love that bathing of synths and reverb and dreaminess. It works incredibly well. I thought that was a wonderful sound that they have. Let me know what you guys thought of it, of course, down in the comments down below. Please have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to speak to you tomorrow. Bye.